What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Comics Unleashed. Thank you for taking a little bit of time on your Saturday night, spending a little bit of time seeing what we bought this week and the shenanigans we're going to put on for this evening. Obviously, there's two J-Dubs in the room tonight because I didn't want to tell Sal because of the fact that he keeps doing it to me.
Oh.
Why you shouldn't have even said anything?
I didn't even see that.
I was being nice.
I noticed when I logged in right away that it said J-Dub and I changed it.
Yeah,
I did too, but I don't know.
I noticed it too, but never mind.
Even if mine had said something, I wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Hey, what's up, Adam?
Yeah. What's up, Adam?
I watched your video, Sal, of of your
The tour?
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, Richard? It's just
Hey, Richard.
In Mon's live stream too.
So did I.
I watched your video where you were talking about the new slabs you put up, and you mentioned how I said you got to get the 5th X-Men one.
Yeah.
Slab, and you're like, but I think that's a bit excessive. But like then as you're going over all these other ones, you're like, yeah, me telling you to get the 5th copy of the X-Men one is a bit much, is a bit excessive. You're going over like all of this other stuff up there.
Hey, you know what? Your artwork is up there
what's
too.
What's going on, Talking Geek?
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hey, Geek.
Hey, Talking Geek. Good covers, buddy. I love your fake cover too that you put up. Still push-ups.
The Beastman.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh God! But how's everyone doing today? Tonight,
right. I took Emily to. You won't know what it is, but these guys probably will. Took her to Adventure Park USA.
Oh yeah.
I know what those are. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a one step above like a roadside attraction, but yeah.
Right.
As long as it's not the one in New Jersey, they kept getting people hurt.
Yeah.
Well, and I just read that they're closing down Six Flags in November.
Yeah,
they are.
They're shutting it down.
Yep, they are.
There's too many people getting stabbed.
I heard that they had a lot of trouble with the ride maintenance, and a lot of stuff was down, and I don't know. It was like a money pit park type situation.
Well, the fact that Dan Snyder owned it for a while probably.
Hey, Jamie's mom.
Hi, Jamie's mom. Can you tell us can you put in the chat some embarrassing childhood facts about Jamie?
There's enough of those.
Do it.
This one time at the zoo. No.
This one time at band camp.
Yeah. But let's get some business out of the way while my mom types away.
All right.
Got Sal, the slab guy, coming from the Meatball Slabatorium itself.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
What are you doing when you're not here doing Codex things?
Well, I'm doing videos on YouTube as well under Sal's Comic Corner, and on Instagram as the Slab Guy 77. I just posted another video from last night, and they're actually on both social medias there. I did a quick room tour of my Slabatorium, and I kind of showed you a little bit, what I used to build it, what I used to put it up with, and stuff like that. And then I changed out some books and re-showed those. So go check it out.
Yeah, definitely a bunch of different ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy below you.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. I say I post a few times a week. I would like you to go on and buy some art so that I can have some money, and so I can also not have all this stuff that I've drawn just sitting around, because what good does it do me? Get something pretty and put it up on your wall, and then buy some of my art and put it beside the pretty thing.
And make your money his money so we can buy more comics.
Yes, exactly. Buy it tonight so I can have money to spend at LotCon tomorrow.
And when he says put something pretty on your wall, he doesn't mean live people.
Yeah.
But so go check that out on there. And I'm gonna make a sketch cover video soon, because all those 8 covers, the 8 sketchbooks I sent to CGC are now on the way back to me. Well, actually, they're on the way to Sal. They should be at your house tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what the tracking said.
Awesome.
And,
I'm sure that's accurate.
Yeah. Like they weren't damaged in transport.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sal's book got the lowest grade of all of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
not really anything I could do that, after what CGC themselves did to him. But when they come back, I'll do, an unboxing video for them. And
All right. So I'll leave it sealed for you.
okay. But yeah, he'll leave it sealed. I'll be like, how come this tape that's on here doesn't look like the original tape? Be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what do you mean? You want to introduce that guy right next to you?
Oh yeah, this guy, I mean, what is there to say about him that we haven't already said? He could style, he could profile, he spends more money on comics in a week than you make in a year. He's making dreams and limousines. He when he does push-ups, he's not pushing himself up, he's pushing the earth down.
Baby.
That's right, baby.
And you got to remember, the boogeyman checks his closet for Chuck Norris when he goes to bed. Chuck Norris checks his closet and under his bed to make sure Uncle Gary's not there when he goes to sleep. So that just tells you how badass he is. The curator of the Library of Comics. That's Uncle Gary.
Woo, man, that's pretty awesome. Thank you. Even though I wonder if you're alluding to me coming out of Chuck Norris's closet. I'm a little worried about that.
I saw what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember, was it South Park? Tom Cruise come out of the closet. Tom Cruise come out of the closet.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for that. Appreciate it, Dan. As always, on par. Excellence. Hey, you can catch me at Comic Logic. We had a Comic Logic hat. There it is. Right here, Comic Logic. Matter of fact, I might even be there tomorrow because we're having our spring LotCon tomorrow from 12 to 4. Might even see some Codex people there, if you're really
Not me, I'm too far.
Carefully, you might, it won't be raining, you might as well come.
Yeah.
So, and
I have power there.
Chat people, Adam Berry, and Adam Berry will be set up there, Sapphire Glade, and Liz will be there, I'm sure. Mighty Mike Harbor will be there. Rob Kalin, our principal owner. Comic Logic, our LotCon, where we turn our parking lot into a mini Comic Con, where we'll have comics, we'll have artists, we'll have authors, we'll have toys, we'll have jewelry, we'll even have tattoo art. So you can get that tramp stamp you've always been wanting. You can get that tomorrow. You talk about one-stop shopping, comics and tattoos in the same place. Come on now, who offers that? It's pretty cool. So come see us.
He's going to be getting tattoos. He's going to get Gary's face tattooed on one ass cheek and Mike Harbor's tattooed on the other.
I mean, how do you not get laid if you have that on your ass?
Yeah. I will be there in my Codex shirt. I'll tell everyone the same thing I said last year. I have last time I'll have my Dan Kelly art stickers and pins. I'll have the Codex lanyards and wristbands and stuff. Anybody that sees me and comes up to me and says the phrase, the Dread Pirate Roberts, I presume, gets a bunch of free stuff. I'll have the Deadpool and Wolverine prints I did. Yeah, I'll give you some of that stuff too.
Nice.
Okay, remember,
Hayes.
if you say the Dread Penis Roberts, I presume, Dan will even give you a more special gift.
Yes.
If you say that, then I will give you Sal's home address.
Oh, hey.
Oh, well, you know what? Those foot massages are worth going to Sal's house for.
That's right.
That's all we can say.
100%.
Oh, he does them lovingly and caringly, and when he's done each one, he just
Wait. How do you know?
he gives a little kiss.
How do you know?
Hey,
How do you know?
Because he was the first person. He's patient zero.
Listen, I've heard he takes time for each and every toe. I mean, that is service.
Digit.
That is
now that Diddy's not buying up all the baby oil, Sal's able to get plenty for himself for his.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
He can save all the marinara.
There you go.
There you go. Wow, now it's a party.
Now
All
it's
right.
a party.
In 2 weeks, we'll be set up at the Big Lit Comic Con in the Dulles Expo Center, right near the airport here in Northern Virginia. And we'll be set up there. Comic Logic will have our booth there. There'll be a lot of other vendors there. It's a nice mid-sized con. So please come on down and see us. And then the week after that on the week after that on the 8th of June, we'll have the one and only Jim Calafori in our store signing autographs, doing quick free sketches. If you buy a sketch cover, he'll do a quick sketch for you. And he'll be signing copies of his new book, Lord of the Pit, Ned, Lord of the Pit, Volume 2, that he is self-published. And he'll have copies of number 1 if you don't have that. And it'll be great. Come out, see him, and we would love to have you there for that event. Also want to give love to the comic character of the day, the site founded by Archduke Kevy that Dan is running right now. And he always has a great character of the day, great random panel of the day. Between me and Talking Geek, we pretty much cover throwing covers of the day up. So, so it's a good site. Come check us out.
Yeah. Also inspired comic character of the week. Don't forget that part.
That's right. So now, that being said, let me move on from my spiel to get to the fellow up there that started this whole chicanery, this whole nonsense. See that guy up there? He had a vision. He sat in his bed late at night and he knew something was gnawing at him. There was something he had to do in this world. He had a mission, and that mission was to bring to you, the viewing public, comic information to get inside your cranium that you could walk around with every day. And then you could spout these wonderful comic facts that you heard on a station that speaks to you personally. He had that vision. The one, the only J-Dub.
The other thing gnawed at him was the gerbil.
We're supposed to take it out when you're
It was weird at first, but then I got used to it. But if you guys
reading the boys for the Billy Butcher episode coming
No,
up,
there's I know.
I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
if you guys get a chance to go check out the CodeXStation.com, it's your one-stop shop for everything Codex. Get some merch, be team. Let us know what you like and don't like, and find us on all of the
socials that we have in abundance. Absolutely, positively dripping with them. And we would love nothing better than to infect you with them. So come, press that button, and get the socials that we would love to give you, baby.
And enjoy it.
Oh my god. I did that. Yeah. Okay. So you guys, yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Talking Geek. Appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah, Richard wants to know if Chris will be there tomorrow.
Chris is planning to be there tomorrow. Yes, he is. He contacted me today, and slinging meat. There you go. Wow.
For him. Only for you, Pam.
Oh, Pam.
Only for you, Pam.
That's right, Pam. That's good.
All right, Richard. Hope you can jump back in soon.
Yeah,
Richard. Hey, yeah, definitely jump back in soon, Richard, because I got something for you to show you, talk to you about. So get that phone charged.
You know what? We're ending the stream right now just for that kind of no. So why don't we get this show on the road and show off what we got this week?
Yes.
All right. Let's light this candle.
Yeah.
Let me find the correct intro. That's not it, but that is it right there.
Kick some
See you
tires
guys.
and light some fires.
Do it.
Yeah. What's going on, coders? Welcome to another Comics Unleashed. Thank you for taking a little time on your Saturday night to hang out with us and see what we bought this week. Let us know in the chat what you guys like and what you guys see. And if you need to see anything dope the second time, let us know. We'll show it again just for you. But let's kick this one off. I will kick us off for this one. And I'll start off with my independence as usual. Going with Spawn 364.
That's a nice cover.
I just saw you did one of your. I didn't get to watch it yet, but you did one of the shorts where you just showed off all the pulls.
Yeah, I've been inside baseball talk. I've been doing that to promote it at the end. I don't show off everything I bought that week. I show off just the pool. So if I got back issues or anything else, but then I talk about how everyone else showing off everything too. So join us tonight. So a little way to get in there. Next one I got. Actually, Precious found this one, and I was laughing because I've never bought a Mark Miller book in my life. So here we go. Huck, Big Bad World, #1.
I was psyched to get that. I didn't even know it was coming out. But have you read the original miniseries?
I don't even know what it is about. She's like the interior.
Check out the original series. It's just called Huck, and it's really good.
Okay.
I
Well-
highly recommend it.
Speaking of highly recommended, this is my probably the book of the week, the book I've been most excited to get since I've heard about it coming out and heard the interviews and everything else. But issue number 1 of Exquisite Corpses.
Rob was talking very
Yep.
happily about that book.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Cool thing
Yes.
about this book is every issue is a different creative team, from my understanding, jumping on, leaving off from the last issue. And they have full control of their issue to go into the next creative team in the next issue.
Wow. That's got to be a logistical nightmare.
Yes. That's why I
Well,
want
I
to know what
mean,
happens.
I'm sure it's something that they probably, knowing that they probably have been working on this for a while. Like,
Well, that's
I
what
hope
Tinian
so.
was saying when they were writing it. He's like, that's got to be horrible. He's like, yeah, but we're having fun. Next up, a little team up of Rogue Sun number 26 with Radiant Black.
I did see him. Was that the same thing from the issue of Radiant Black from last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a continuation. And then my favorite indie book. I'm always going to love this thing. I hope it goes on forever. Issue 14 of World Tree. There you go, Gary.
Look at that. That is a great cover.
Just a little side boob
He's
action.
showing a little side boob, showing a little nipple.
There's a lot more than that in the interiors. Issue 20 of Transformers.
Nice.
Nope.
Nice.
Never thought I'd be a Transformers fan until this.
Yeah. That's been a really good book.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Another really good book. Geiger number 14.
Yes.
I look forward to reading that.
And I look forward to the DC crossover they're doing with it too.
DC's doing a crossover with Geiger.
With Ghost Machine.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Jim
heard
Lee's
that.
doing interiors for 18.
Ooh.
So
Who's
Yeah,
doing the interiors?
Jim Lee,
Oh,
So-
okay.
So what titles are they crossing over with? The
all
whole
of them,
everything.
everything. So
Right.
they're gonna have
When was this announced?
yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, this was announced yesterday. They're having Jim Lee on one. They're having Ram V on another. And then they're bringing in, I forgot who, but Jeff Johns is like bringing in everybody he's ever worked with from
Wow.
DC over. So I'm stoked.
Nice.
So it's not a crossover with DC creators. It's not just with creators. It's with DC characters too.
I believe so for some of them. I know Hornsby and Halo they are announcing what characters are jumping,
Ugh,
but they're
man,
gonna have them like make a special appearance.
wow, Hyde Street could be really cool.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I want to know who's on Hyde Street.
Wow, you made Dead Man or Spectre in Hyde Street would be
That'd
so
be insane.
cool. Oh my gosh.
But
Oh, wait a minute. I just looked it up, but it just says Jim Lee and Image's Ghost Machine collaborate on iconic Geiger X Batman cover swap. So are they just doing cover swaps or are they doing like actual?
no, there's more into it. They put that one out 2 days ago, and there's another one they put out yesterday. I gotta find an article. I'll put it in the
Oh,
podcast
okay.
chat. I have it saved. I just didn't put it through. But next up from Marvel, number 9 of Wolverine.
Nice.
I love
Nice.
the cover. That's a great cover.
It is Uncanny X-Men number 14.
Yep.
We have issue 16 of Ultimate Black Panther. I still dig this book. One that I did want to get, but I got because I have, well, all of them. Spider-Verse versus Venomverse, number 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Very good.
Scott probably has 32 variants he's going to show off today of them.
32? Okay, let me take some off the stack.
Yeah. The Spectacular Spider-Men, number 15.
Now, isn't that book ending soon?
I thought it was ending 4 issues ago.
I never got into that book. I got like three or 4 issues in, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think I kind of let
Lost
it go.
it for me.
Yeah. Red Hulk, number 4.
That's a cool cover.
Oh,
Mhm.
red.
Yeah, Hulk, red and angry. One World Under Doom, number 4.
Look forward to reading that.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. I'm still getting this, and I don't know why, but I'm getting everything Ultimate. So Ultimate X-Men 15.
Yeah, I gave up on that a while back.
I know. I did. I mentally I gave up on it, but
Mhm.
I'm still
Are
getting
they
it.
actually doing X-Men stuff in it yet?
It's loosely.
Oh,
So
so no.
no.
so no.
The Immortal
Today,
Thor.
my daughter asked me what I
23?
got her for her birthday, and I said, "Oh, I got her you something." She goes, "Is it something I asked for?" I went, "Maybe," and she goes, "Yay, that means yes." Like, figured out the code.
Yeah, there's only 2 more issues of this too.
Oh,
That's a cool cover.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they announced it like a month ago that they were stopping with issue 25. I don't know if it was based on sales or not, but
Well,
pretty
they're
sure it is.
They're going to relaunch it.
Yeah.
but it's still Al Ewing writing it, so I don't imagine the relaunch will be that good.
Yeah. Helverine number 6, and I am actually really digging the covers on these. Like every Helverine cover has been amazing.
yeah.
I've enjoyed the stories in them.
Yeah. It's kept me. So that's why I'm really
Yeah, I
digging it.
figured that was something where I'd buy the first few issues and be done. But
Yeah.
it's kept me in there.
Well, this one's for you, Uncle Gary. Facsimile time.
All right, let's go.
Fantastic Four number 5.
There we go. First appearance of Dr. Doom.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm loving facsimiles now. I'm a facsimile nut.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
I know. Get the same pages. Like you're the one who broke me on that. Same pages, same interior, everything.
Yep.
Like ads.
Enjoy the book as it was originally meant to be enjoyed. Yep.
Right. All right, we're jumping into
at a fraction of the price.
jumping into DC, Supergirl number 1.
I didn't get it, but I looked through it. It looked a little too cute for me, but
Yeah.
I appreciated it.
Well, I know Precious was huge on that Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, so she
The
wanted to
King.
see how this one was. Yeah.
I think this introduces a new character. I think I read something about that.
Yeah. One I am excited for too is Green Lantern Corps number 4.
Yeah, I
got
just-
Sapphire cover. Nice.
Mhm. I read that today. I enjoy that book.
DC vs. Vampires World War V number 9.
Yeah, that's a cool canary cover.
Yeah, that's cool.
Action 1086.
Nice.
Yep, soups.
Yeah,
Looks like
He's
he's got some giant hands in there.
he does.
He's going
Dude.
up for the volleyball block is what he's doing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
His hands look like
Kill Go was good.
His hands look like the size of the hands that Tom Cruise had in Tropic Thunder.
Yes,
Go.
less Grossman hands.
Yes.
So Absolute Batman number 8 with Thick Man on the cover.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Still one of my favorite Batman titles right now. I don't want this to ever end, but it's going to. Batman Dark Patterns number 6.
I love that book.
And this is the end of this arc too.
That's
Mhm.
a good cover.
It's been a really interesting story. Yeah.
Like I need Dan Waters on it every time. Last but certainly not least for Uncle Gary, Aquaman number 5.
There we go. Variant cover. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's B cover.
Yes, it is. Who actually did this one?
It wasn't anybody I'd heard about. It's a chick, I think.
Yeah, Elizabeth Torque. All right. Well, that is it for my pulls. Let's go with
I need
Dan.
to step away for a second. There are a few books I forgot. I'll be right back. But please.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yep. All right. I'll start off with DC. I also got Supergirl 1, but I got the blank sketch cover just because I've been doing a lot of sketch covers now. Because that one guy buys them, so I put in to get a few of them that are coming up, but it can't be like how I did it before, where I was just like, oh, I like Batman, I'll just get this Batman and Robin one, I'll get this and that. Like, I actually have to have some at least a vague idea of what I'll draw on the cover before I actually get it. So I don't have it like I have now, which is a stack of books where I'm like, I have no idea what I'm going to draw on this. Why did I buy this book? Also got the Green Lantern Corps number 4.
Nice. Yep.
And Aquaman 5. And the DC Vampires World War V number 9. That's it for my DC stuff. For my indie stuff, I got the Space Ghost Johnny Quest crossover.
Ooh, I didn't even see that.
Well, that came out last week, but our shop didn't have it.
Well,
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
gonna say shout out to Dynamite real fast. They keep reposting all of the reviews we do for them. So thank you, Dynamite.
That's
if you're
Very cool.
listening, you guys are amazing.
so I'm interested to read this because of all the Dynamite properties that they have. This is like the weirdest, like the weirdest
Team up.
crossover they could have done. They could have done like Dick Tracy's at Mad Cave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I could see a Dick Tracy Johnny Quest one, or like a Flash Gordon Space Ghost one, but those are Mad Cave ones.
You talking about Johnny Quest Space Ghost?
Yeah, I got that. I was saying of like all the properties that Dynamite has. This is like the weirdest combination that they could have. Like they could have done Space Ghost and Thundercats, Space Ghost and Silverhawks, and it would have been like, oh, okay.
I would love to see Space Ghost and Gargoyles.
Yeah. Speaking of, also got Dick Tracy number 10. The blank is revealed. We'll see who it is. I haven't read any of the stuff I got this week yet, but we'll see who it is. I remember when the Warren Beatty movie came out that they totally botched the reveal of the blank when they released the toys before the movie came out, and they had the action figure for Madonna that had it was like, oh, it's the blank revealed, and then you saw Madonna's face on the figure. It's like, way to spoil like the entire twist that the movie built up to.
Yeah.
And now they just, now the toy companies just routinely do that.
In business.
Yeah. Also got Flash Gordon number 9.
Love that cover.
Yeah.
That cover. The shadow is so great on that cover.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jamie also got Huck Big Bad World number 1. I said, I don't read all the Mark Millar stuff. I used to pick it all up, and then I got to the point where I was like, I don't need to read all of this, just the ones I'm interested in. But I absolutely loved the original Huck miniseries that he did, so I'm psyched to see him do another one. And I'm psyched to see him do it with Raphael Albuquerque, who's the artist that he did the original series of, because some of these books, like he did them with artists like Wheatley and Steve McNiven and them, and he has other artists that are coming in now to do, to continue these miniseries, and like some of the other artists just aren't as good.
Yeah,
Space Ghost and Johnny Quest seem perfectly. I mean, I'll read it. I'm sure they'll find a way for it. I'm a sucker. I bought it, even though it came out on Free Comic Book Day for free, and this is the exact same. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I had the idea to do that Phantom drawing a while ago, and I finally just had the time to actually sit down and do it where I wasn't having to work on something else. So I got to sit down and do the inks on that and the Two-Face drawing. But yeah, I'm glad that it turned out, kind of the way I was thinking it would. But yeah, this is the exact book that they put out on Free Comic Book Day. All the story and pages are the same. The only thing different is the cover's different, and it's $3.99 instead of free. But I'm a goddamn sucker, and they put it in my box, and I bought it anyways. So
you're not the only one.
Went from $3.99 from free $99.
Yeah, so I should have just said, I don't want this. I got it for free on Free Comic Book Day. I didn't ask you to put it in my box. You just did anyways, but whatever. I'm a sucker. I got it. No, whatever. I'll get Transformers 20. And then the last indie book I got is I also got the Exquisite Corpses. I got the polybag one because it comes with a.
They didn't have any polybags in mine. I was upset.
Well, I'll check the shop and see if you want me to check and see if they still have any.
Yeah, that one I would, because that Precious wants the covers.
Well, it's not just the covers. The polybag ones each come with a card that's supposed to be for a card game. And when you get all of them and you have all the cards, it's some game that you're supposed to be able to play with them.
That's cool.
Are there 13 cards because it's 13 colonies?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I made sure when I went in Comic Hub to reserve them all that I reserved I think that they only have it where I could reserve up to issue 4.
Yeah,
But
that's how it is on Comic Hub for me too.
Yeah, but I made sure to reserve the polybag ones because I'm a nerd and I got to have the cards too. Like Jamie also got Wolverine number 9. And then the last new book I got this week is Daredevil 21, but I got the timeless cover with one of Gary's favorite characters, Iron Fist.
Iron Fist. Yeah, you know, I'm afraid I have no desire to be Iron Fisted. So
Even though it's, I'm generally against, putting characters on the cover of books that's not their book and they're not in. That's a badass looking.
It is.
So, and then the A cover was just kind of. It was okay. It wasn't anything spectacular, so it was not a hard choice to go with the Iron Fist cover.
All right, Sal.
All right, got a stack here as well, and I'm going to be a sucker as well because I picked up the foil cover of this free comic book day. I have the free comic book day that matches this, but then if they had the foil,
Yeah, foily
and
goodness.
I'm like, all right, fine.
Did you guys?
Give me the foil.
I know Gary, doesn't read so he doesn't care. Did you guys read the issue yet?
No, I have not
No,
got.
I have not read it.
Those.
There's a character. There's a character that pops up when they popped up, and I was like, "Holy shit! They're putting this franchise in here too. That's awesome."
that's in the Superman book.
No, and well, not the Superman, in the Energon universe one.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought in that because I hadn't read the Comic Book Day Superman book. I was like, "What? Maybe I better read it."
Yeah.
No, did you guys read the Energon universe one yet?
No, have not yet.
Well,
I'm
there's a
working my
character that pops up from another franchise, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's cool!" If they incorporate that into it as well.
That should be cool. All right, so I picked up Green Lantern Corps number 4 as well. But I have to show you because I got my Heroes Corner Comics pull in. I have to show you a couple variants from last issue, but here's issue number 3.
Oh,
Okay.
That's cool. I like it.
Jealous.
And also this was issue number 3. I
Yeah.
like Guy Gardner with the baseball bat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got that one.
All right, so I also got Transformers number 20. I haven't read this issue yet, but I'm loving that book.
Well, we're getting to the end of his run, so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
I got the foily edition of Space Ghost and Johnny Quest, Space Quest.
Nice.
I also got Exquisite Corpses,
Nice.
the polybag version. So I read this one. This is graphic as hell. There's a lot of graphic. There's good stuff in there. Green Lantern number 22.
Nice.
All right, so here is another from last week. What number was this one? Shoot. I have to, but I'll show it to you now. I think this was Batman 158,
Yes.
but this was the foily edition.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
hmm And it looks like
Got my boy.
it's spelling out "hush" in blood there. So
Cool.
all right, so this is the funny one. This is Batman number 159. But look at Batman's mask.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. They pranked it.
They pranked him on that. That's
pranked
funny
it.
as hell.
Was that the April Fool's Day issue?
I guess so. Because it was it's 159, so it was probably the April Fool's issue. Eddie Brock Carnage number 3. So I'm digging this series. This
It
is
is
pretty good. So I got a variant for that. And I got another variant for that. So pretty cool. Sabretooth, The Dead Don't Talk number 5. Look at that cover.
I like that
That's pretty
cover.
wicked. That's pretty
Mhm.
wicked. All right. Next one up is Predator versus Spider-Man. And I read this one. Also graphic as
Graphic as
hell.
hell.
Is it
It's
good?
for our Spider-Man book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is some really sick, twisted shit on a Predator scale.
Yeah, after I read the Wolverine one, I was like, okay, I understand where this is going.
Yeah. So it was like, oh my god, that's like serial killer type of craziness. So foil version, check that out.
So is that in any way tied to the Predator Wolverine book, or is it just its own thing?
I think it's its own thing.
Yeah, they're all their own thing.
Okay.
That Black Panther was.
Yeah. A little face off there. And this one right here as well. So I got the Tigress, Alex Ross.
Tigra, nice.
Tigra. Sorry, Tigra.
Is that the West Coast Avengers one?
This
Mhm.
is
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Dan says it. I mean, Gary says it is. Therefore,
Mhm.
it is. All right. And I got the Warbird Miss Marvel one. Love that costume.
Yeah,
But
I
this
just
one
went-
was X-Men. X-Men number 16.
What's up,
Go
girl?
figure.
Yeah.
Go figure.
What's up, girl?
Who's that?
Her.
Oh yeah. I thought you like you were talking to somebody in the chat. 'Cause it
No,
wasn't
I
me,
said,
Dan.
what's up, girl?
What's up,
Yeah.
girl?
Come holler.
Ultimates number 3. We got a Colossus cover.
There's an Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two of them.
All right, got Daredevil number 20. And a little, you know what? JR, I just don't like the cover. I don't know
No.
what it is.
No.
Yeah, and you could tell who it was just by looking at it.
Yeah. What's that, Dan?
I said the artwork is terrible.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I know. What's this one? Hellverine number 6.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You didn't get the timeless cover for Daredevil?
Did not. Let's see. This is Spider-Verse, Venomverse number 1. And of course I got the foily variant with that.
Oh, is the foil just on the web?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm. And I got a Godzilla versus X-Men foily. Goodness there.
Mm.
Oh no, it's Godzilla.
I'm loving the Godzilla love.
Yep. And like Jamie, got the Fantastic Four, but I've got the foily in this one as one there.
That's very nice.
Wolverine number 9. And of course, Uncanny X-Men number 14.
Nice.
All right, so that is it for my weekly stuff.
All right. Uncle Gary,
All right.
grab the floor.
All righty. Well, let's start with since last week I was in sick bay. We'll do start with last week's things. Great Pop Kills.
It's such a good cover.
Yeah, look at that strategically fizz one. Yep.
That's in my cover of the year running now.
That's pretty good. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, is there a code word for the showcase tonight?
Yeah, soon to be sold.
Oh, I know what it is.
I'm showing it set soon to be sold. Well, I don't know if we've talked about this one. Hello Darkness, my old friend, number 9.
Yes.
Oh, Sal, subset for you to start collecting.
Yeah.
Any books that have morgue themes.
Yeah. I was just thinking that. I said, oh, it looks like she's visiting the Slabatorium.
She's in the Slabatorium, and look, that's somebody that came there for a toe rub and didn't make it out.
Yeah.
Didn't make
Oh,
it
you
out.
can see the meatball stuff on his chest.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. So I think you should collect morgue covers. So there we go.
I think you're right.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I said, "What's that?" Jamie said the meatball subs on her chest.
Yeah. Those are some spicy meatballs. Rob talked me into this book, and it was really cool. Vanishing Point. It's a one shot, and he said it was like a sci-fi Twilight Zone episode, and it was really good. I liked it a lot. So
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I was gonna say our shop didn't have that.
yeah, there's an interior.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Well, if there's any more at Comic Logic, I might have to pick up a copy.
Okay, well, let's see if there. But yeah, Rob talked me into that, and
Cover's great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it's a one shot, right? It tells a story, and it's done. You know, I love that. Let's do that. Let's tell a story and be done, and shuffle off. Birds of Prey, Green Latrine. Here we go.
Latrine.
Green Latrine. Absolute. It's
Green
okay.
Latrine, he's the sidekick of the Brown Lantern.
Yes, he is. Green Latrine.
The brown latrine.
Mm-hmm. Adam Project.
Well, better than the red latrine, because if that's happening, you need to go to the proctologist.
Whoops.
Heavy flow. Heavy flows the red latrine. Secret Six.
How is that book?
It's not Gail Simone.
So that's why
Yeah.
I'm like, it's Secret Six. I see this Catman and stuff. I just hesitate to get it because I don't want to be.
It's not the same. This is an interesting book. We'll see if it carries it forward. Resurrection Man #2.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah, it is a very cool cover. That's a great cover.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Poison Ivy.
Always a good read.
Yeah, Willow Wilson, and I did get the alternate for that.
Ooh,
So remember we were making fun of the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was making fun of the leg last week. I was like,
Yeah,
damn, she definitely didn't skip leg day.
yeah she's got a whole lot of things going on there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I really dug this book.
Yes.
that's a cool cover.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really
it is.
dug this story. You know, Tom King. Look, it's not I wouldn't consider it an in-continuity story. He just,
No.
he tells. You let Tom King just go wild and tell a story and not worry about continuity crap and just say it's out of continuity, and he does a great job, I think. The final issue of the Two-Face.
That's gruesome.
Mm-hmm. Two-Face is busting out. Look at him.
Was the coin up or was the coin up or bad down?
Looks like it's bad side up.
Bad side up.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad that issue. It's too bad that just came out. That could have possibly been a top cover contender for someone. That's
Yeah.
good.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
Wolverine. This has been okay.
Yeah,
It's
it's
been
decent.
I picked up the. Let's see. Are we getting? Yeah, I picked up the Hulk.
Volume
Volume
one?
4. Volume
Volume
4.
four.
Volume 4 of the Philip Kennedy Johnson stuff, which it's a horror book again. With him doing it. Let's talk about a horror book. This was a horror book. This Absolute Superman, Brainiac. Have y'all read this book?
No,
No, I have
I
not
have
yet.
it.
This Brainiac right here. Wow, he's bad news. I loved this issue.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That was good.
I like
at
the
that-
ring in the background there or the foreground.
Look
That's
at
nice.
Look at the cover. They have a little.
The squared circle.
Yep, they talk about Ted a little bit. What is it? It's just a great. We're talking about Wildcat and Alan Scott. He says we all know how tough he was. Ted Grant never backed down. He lived for a fight. And he could take a punch like no one else. And every hit he took just seemed to make him more determined to hit back. He didn't need a magic ring or super speed or a mystical helmet. He didn't need them because he had something the rest of us never had. Ted Grant had the best damn left hook anybody's ever seen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wasn't that great? Ted Grant had the best damn left hook anybody's seen. And the last page of this book,
Yeah.
Last page of this book gave me all the feels. All the feels.
That's a great cover.
That's
That's a good cover.
Yeah, I got that one.
Is that Ordway?
Sure looks like it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's Ordway. So Chris will get his copy tomorrow. He's waiting.
Yeah.
Did you already get him a copy? Because I got the Todd Knock Hourman cover, and they put the A cover in my box too, and I didn't notice it when I was buying them until I got home, and I was like, oh, I got 2 copies of it. So if he, unless you already, or he already paid for one, he can have my A copy of it because I don't.
Okay. No, that's the cover he requested, the one I just showed.
Oh, the Ordway one? Okay, because it's the A cover that I have the extra of.
I enjoyed this. I enjoyed Wonder Man being pissed.
Yeah.
It was a good story. It was a good story about Killer Watt, like his
dad being such a dick.
Yeah.
So the Wonder Man tried to help out. So that was kind of neat. Here we got X-Men. It's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I like the art in this one a little better, even though it's the same artist. Maybe it was a little better, but I'm still struggling with this title.
Yeah. I do like that cover though. That was a pretty wicked cover.
Yeah, that was a good cover. And then this was a FF1 shot.
Yeah.
The fanfare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that a lot. Johnny Storm up to his usual hijinks, though he wasn't banging alien centipedes in this one.
Yeah.
I'll still never get over that.
Yeah.
I will never unsee that. Then, of course, I got Greer Garson, the Tigra.
Tigra. Nice.
Yep. I got the girl. That's Dan's girl is back.
Yep. There you go.
I love that costume. I do.
I do too.
Costume.
Yeah, that's
Dave Cockrum design costume.
Mm-hmm. All right. I can get Iron Fist too. There you go.
You did get the Iron Fist.
Nice.
There you go, Danny Rand. Yeah.
Even if you don't like the character, that's a great.
Oh well, I'm getting all these Rosses one. I have all the other Ross ones done, and I know if you sell the set of those, that's a little pricey.
Yeah.
So it's maybe one day I'll sell them, but so I'll get every one of these just so I can add them to the previous list.
Right.
There's Valkyrie.
I've got the Captain America one. I've got that Iron Fist one now, and I put in to get the Moon Knight one when it comes out.
Yeah, I appreciate that she shaved her underarms because
not braided.
people, yeah, not braided.
Yeah.
People should be them, but I'm just not a big fan of underarm hair on chicks. So, but I'm sure
Each their own.
Each their own. I'm sure I'm bad. Monica Rambeau.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And of all the characters, I'm really surprised they did this one. When we've got people like Wonder Man, they haven't even done a cover. And I have Kyle Richmond. Come on, man. Yeah.
That's that costume of his. It's such a bad costume, yet at the same time, there's just something about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the costume he had after that better though. The one where it was the blue, the light blue, and the black, and that one was a better one. But I don't know. There's something about.
And that's this week's. So that those last four were this week. So I've segued into this week's. I'm really happy with DC doing the DC Finest volumes to match the Marvel Epics. These are really great. So if you don't know the significance of that, it's the first crypto, baby. Venture Comics 210 is in this volume. So there you go. And crypto was on the cover too. So,
there you go.
There you go. So that book, that's a book I don't have. I don't know if I ever will, but that's Venture 210. My adventure will probably be 247 up when I finish where I'm at. But anyway, I love these collections, and I support them. Even if they're books I already have, I'll get them sometimes just to support them. There we go. Some action.
That's a cool cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm also digging the DC versus Vampires. I almost got it, but there was a really badass Barda alternate cover to this where she was a vampire, and it was really pretty cool. Kennedy Johnson's Batman and Robin.
I didn't expect it in the vampire book when the new gods show up and Green Arrow and all them act like they never heard of him, didn't know him. I was like, oh wow, I just because I just hadn't thought about it. That I guess in that alternate world, they never had any interaction with Apocalypse or New Genesis or anything.
Yeah, well, it's their own world. They can do what they want.
Yeah.
That's a cool freeze, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that Mr. Freeze? I would have thought that was. I would have guessed Man Bat.
Oh, I'm guessing it's Mr. Freeze, but maybe it's not.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's got little capsules on his back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's in the winter.
I've not read it. Have read this. This is just Dark Patterns is so good.
Yeah.
So good. Both arcs have been really great. Just a more intense Batman story than usual. Under Pressure.
I like that. I like that artist.
Yeah, Green Lantern Corps. Yeah, I'm digging that book. I like that book a lot.
I liked his run on Flash.
Yeah, there we go. A cover of Aquaman. This was a good story. I like it.
Yeah.
I like they're incorporating Arion in this. That was a DC book from the 80s. I have all the issues of. So it's kind of neat to see him back again. There's that cover that we saw previously. There is the Okay, that's a pretty good X Factor cover.
Mhm.
Is that Land? Yep, that's Land.
Yeah.
Let's see. And the new X-Men. So I've read some of the DCs of this week, but I have not read any of the Marvels. This is good Wolverine cover, like we've had. The Immortal Thor. So I think they're killing Thor at the end of this, and then we'll see how he comes back.
Because they're relaunching it with it's still Al Ewing, but it's a different title. It's not Immortal Thor anymore. I forget what.
Might be the Dead Thor. I don't know. Helverine, Hell Hulk Smash. So Hell Hulk. That'll be an interesting character. Godzilla versus the X-Men. These are okay. I think I like the DC versus Godzilla books a little better with King Kong in it, but still, they're still fun. Daredevil. I don't know.
That cover just.
Yeah.
What is that supposed to be on him?
Some kind of sludge, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe it was the editor throwing up on the art after
JR did it. Maybe
after he turned it in, and they're like, keep it.
Doom. Geiger. Can't wait to read that. It's always so good. Always so good. God, I can't wait to get the next Red Coat. I love the last issue of that.
Oh yeah, me too. With the Northerner.
Mm-hmm. And again, I just love that shadow cover.
Yeah.
That she's really this her desire stab him. Dick Tracy and Space Ghost and another Hello Darkness.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And I got a 1 in 25 cover of Aquaman.
That's
very cool.
Isn't that neat?
That's cool.
Yeah. So I think
He definitely didn't skip arm day.
No, he didn't. He did not. Well, he's doing all that swimming. Man. Look at the abs and the arms. But I just thought that was really cool. So that's a 1 in 25.
Man, if you put together Aquaman's left arm from that cover and Poison Ivy's left leg from her cover, you'd have a very muscular half of a person.
Yes. There you go. There you go. So those are all my newbies.
Hey, hello. Glad you could join us.
I was gonna say earlier, Uncle Gary, with the JSA issue, I actually read Justice Society of America volumes 1 and 2. I just finished 2 today.
Welcome back, Richard.
So for the one from 91 and the one from 93.
Okay, and were those that were short runs, like 9 issues?
Yeah. So the first one was 8 issues. The second volume was 10.
And did you enjoy them?
Oh, they were fantastic. I loved every second of it.
Wait till you get to the Jeff Johns runs.
That's the next thing I'm working on.
So good. Well, I'm glad you're loving those books. They are fun.
So.
Oh, you talking about those Justice Society miniseries?
Yeah, it was like 8 issues and 10 issues.
So you reading the original ones, or is there a collection of them?
I have the original ones. I bought them at Baltimore.
Nice.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, they're all like dollar books.
Yeah, they're affordable. Very affordable.
Yeah. Not to disparage them, because I remember buying them as a kid and really loving them. But
yeah, because I've had the Jay Garrick Flash from the first volume forever, and I just never got around to getting them. And I was like, I need these. And
I think, was it Paraback doing the art on a lot of it? It's just really just classic, clean,
very
fun. I enjoyed it.
And one of the miniseries was the one where like each issue, it like, if I remember right, it like paired off.
That was the first volume, because it started off with Jay, and then went with Black Canary, and then it went to Green Lantern, and then it kept going from there.
Yeah, so good. That
Black Canary cover was really good on it too.
Mm-hmm. All right, who's got back issues?
I do.
Besides me,
I have some.
All right, Sal. I don't actually have back issues, just medically.
All right, very good. All right, glad, good timing, Richard. So I will bring up.
Did you guys just notice that glitch in the Matrix on Sal's screen?
You did it too.
Did I?
Yeah.
Sal's covering his face.
Anyhow,
you can't see me.
Richard sent me this. So he got
Nice.
Ron Lim to sign this.
Wow.
And
That's
there was
awesome.
also a trading card in there.
Oh,
And
that's
he
cool.
also sent me a poster type of card out of Wizard. I think this.
Oh yeah, that did come from Wizard. I had that. I don't know what happened to the one I had. But
So he
Yeah,
just, said, sent me this nice little letter. And, he said, I know you're a big fan of Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage, as well as foil covers. Please accept these AOKs, a Ron Lim signed Marvel and Pell Series 2 card, which is Carnage, and a Spider-Man foil cover. Because I had these signed on Free Comic Book Day. Hope you also had a great Free Comic Book Day. Sincerely, Richard. Richard, thank you very much, buddy. I really do appreciate that. I love it.
Very nice, Richard.
Yeah,
I think
Richard,
I
good
will
job.
send this book off to be graded and signature verified, so I can put this up on the wall. So thank you
Nice.
very much, buddy. I appreciate that.
Don't
I'm
send
mad
it
at
with a
myself.
card in it.
I'm mad at myself for sleeping on it when I forgot to send Richard some Ron Lim stuff to get him to sign. I have to remember for next year.
Yeah. All right. So scored a couple of West Coast Avengers. I got number 32,
Nice.
58.
Cool.
And
I think that's what Paul Ryan was the penciler on it.
59
I like that cover a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and 67.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that was a cool run with Ultron.
Yep. All right. So we're gonna dive back a little bit in the history here. We got Worlds Unknown, the Golden Voyage of Sinbad.
Oh, look at you.
Wow.
I remember watching Sinbad at the theater, so I saw this cover and I'm like, oh God, I gotta get this. So I picked that up.
He was great on A Different World.
Yeah. And Dan, we were talking about these just before I got them in the mail. But I got, there it is, G.I. Joe Transformers, number 1.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Number 2,
Nice.
and unfortunately, number 4.
Oh, so you just need one?
I just need number 3.
Oh, number 3.
Yeah, I got 1, 2, and 4.
Okay. Don't forget too that technically the original Transformers run did take place in the Marvel Universe proper, since Spider-Man guest starred. I want to say it was issue 2 of the original Transformers run.
Yes. And it's I think it's issue 3 where he's on the cover, like he's webbing up Megatron's gun at the same time.
Oh, was it 3? Yeah, it was either.
it was
I
3.
remember it was either 2 or 3.
Well, 3 is on the cover, and I can't remember if he showed up in 2 and then he was on the cover for 3, or if 3 had everything. I can't remember that. All right, so Gary, take a look at this one, buddy.
Here we go.
Supernatural
Oh,
Thrillers, number 7.
There we
got
go.
another one. I do not have that one. Nice.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one I want. That's the one that I had when I was a kid. I love that cover.
Yeah, Booge, that was a cool Sinbad cover.
That is that Buhner that did that, maybe?
The cover?
Yeah.
I'll
I-
try to
Hey,
remember
what's
what
it
that-
mean?
I was kicking myself for
I
not
have
sending stuff
I
in
don't
time.
know.
I'll find out. Don't worry about it.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll look it up. And then, of course, I got number 9.
Oh, now that one I have. That's a cool cover. It's a very cool cover. You're gonna finish that before me, you Bama.
and that's it for my back issues.
Are you finding them in the wild, or are you sending away for
No,
them?
I'm finding them in the wild.
Good job. Good
All
job.
right.
I was gonna
Dan.
call you out for cheating.
All right, so these are all from the same series. The original, the first volume of Checkmate that DC did. So it only ran 33 issues, and I got 22 of them here. So
Nice.
yeah, so 2/3 of them. I got them on. It was 2 different lots on eBay that the seller that I bought from a few times before had. He puts up these lots where it'll be like 5 issues, 10 issues, or something from a series. Puts them up cheap. Generally they sell pretty cheap, and he combines shipping. Josh Guy Comics. So I always like getting stuff from that, and I've been wanting to pick this up for a while. So I'll just I'll throw them up real quick. If there's any cover you want me to hold up a little more, just let me know. So issue 1.
I love that cover. That's a great cover.
1 is a badass cover. and 2, 3, 4, 5. This one had a pretty good cover.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. You got the wall on there.
The wall.
The wall.
Yeah. Number 9. Number 10.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
What'd you say?
He's be right back.
11 is another pretty good cover. 12. This is, then this is 15. This is where they were doing the crossover with Suicide Squad, the Janus Directive. So that's part 1 of it. And 16, 17, the Peacemaker and his stupid helmet on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
The stupid awesome helmet.
20 with. I noticed in the trailer for the second season of Peacemaker, it looks like they toned down the helmet a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
21, 22, 29, 30, 32, and then the final issue, which had a really cool cover, 33.
Yep, that is a great cover.
Hey, can you go back to 30 real fast?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yes.
I was trying to read it as fast as possible, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, so I've been wanting to pick up this series for a while, like I said, and the 2 lots that he had for it, getting both of them combined. Yeah, I haven't read it before either. I just really like the Checkmate series that they did with that they did right before New 52, and so I've been wanting to get this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, 22 issues, and with both lots, what I paid for both of them combined with shipping, still ended up being like $1.25 or $1.50 for each issue. When you break it down. But it's funny that you see the first issue, the price of it is $125, and then at some point in the series, the price jumps up to, if you can see it there, $1.50. And then by the end of the series, it was at $2. So I just noticed that when I was going through them all, adding them onto my spreadsheet of all my books, that I was like, wow, it just in the span of one series, $125 to $150 to $2.
Well, it was like when Uncle Gary, when we were there, he was showing us the price difference from when the actual collection started to like halfway through, and I was like, holy, it just jumps and jumps and jumps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. That it for you?
No, I got one other one. I was hoping
Ooh.
Sal would be back for it, but whatever. So I got this. I'm sure Gary, I'm sure you have this. It's 1965 World's Finest issue 153.
Mm-hmm. I do.
That is nice.
And see, I was going to ask the guys, I'm sure Gary, you know what the significance of this is, but I was going to ask Jamie or Sal if they know what the significance of this issue is.
I'm guessing he slaps the shit out of Robin in that one.
Unfortunately, Sal's not here to guess, but yeah, that's the issue. It's the issue where he smacks the shit out of Robin, which has since become
the biggest meme in comicdom.
The biggest comic meme that's out there. So,
did you get it fairly cheap?
What's up?
Did you get it fairly cheap?
Yeah, like $40. Because I've been wanting to pick it up for a little while now, and I was just waiting to find a copy that, I mean, the condition of it's pretty good. It's good.
It's good.
It's not
very
perfect. There is a little tear on the the page right before it, but nothing major.
That would suck if you buy that book and then that panel is missing. Somebody
So they cut it. That was the original meme.
Yeah.
They Xeroxed it.
So yeah, but it was one of those right book, right price. I just been keeping an eye out for a while, and finally, finally got the price I wanted. The thing that annoyed me was when the guy shipped it. It wasn't bagged or boarded. He just sent it raw. It wasn't in a Gemini mail or anything. He just had two. It was just in a I don't have it down anymore. It was just in a manila envelope, and it was it was just in a regular manila envelope mailer, and it was between two pieces of cardboard, but he taped the pieces of cardboard together with packing tape. Ooh. So when I took it out, I'm like, all right, I'm not someone that's immediately going to get furious. It's not in a Gemini. It's not this. I'm like, if it's packed okay and the book's fine, I'm not going to make a big deal of it. But when I took it out and then I, cutting the tape across the top, and I saw, I'm like, well, there's no bag or board in this. So I immediately took my phone out to take pictures, because when I opened it up, I saw that the spine of the book had gone up against the tape. And because he used packing tape and not painter's tape, it went up against the edge of it. And when I was like lightly pulling it off, there's little bits. I don't know if you can see. There's like little bits on the. You can't really tell on here, but there's like little bits on the spine that stuck to the tape and came off, which just annoyed the hell out of me. And I emailed the guy and I said, "Hey man," because I got on eBay. I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna have to leave you negative feedback because of this." Waited about a day, got no response, and I was like, "All right, whatever." So I left the negative, feedback on there, which I don't remember. I'm sure I have at some point since I've been on eBay for 20 years, but I don't remember when the last time I did it was, and it like dropped his rating from 100% to like 96% or something. I'm like, dude, even if you would have just wrapped it in like saran wrap. So that annoyed me. So here's the book sale I show. They got World's Finest number 153.
Oh, nice. The Kryptonite Boomerang.
What?
Batarang, Kryptonite Batarang.
I was gonna say, do you know what the significance of this is?
No, I do not. Oh, there we go. Snack.
What did the five fingers say to the face? Slap. So yeah, when I found this, found out what issue it was, I was like, oh well, I got to get that. Is like this, like Gary said, I think you've said about books before. It's a fun conversation. Yeah. It's like a conversation piece of a book.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely,
it's you have someone over. They're like, oh, you're in the comics. You're showing some stuff, and you're like, hey, like check this out. You've seen that meme online. Here's where it comes from.
This is where it comes from. Yeah.
I think I need World's Finest 159 to have like 115 up, something like that. So, yeah.
Well, that's good, Adam.
All good, Dan?
So, yeah, I got that one. I was pretty psyched. Pretty psyched to get it, in a decent condition, even with the shitty packaging of the guy where pieces of the spine stuck to the tape. It wasn't that bad.
Right. All right, Uncle Gary.
All right, I'm going to start off by showing a book that my wife has. Got it for her for Christmas, and we went. I helped her. I let her take it to Kent and get it slabbed, and it came back with a. Ooh, look at that 9/8.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
She's a Swiftie. She is a Swiftie. This is one of 500. This book. So, it's good looking. It's a good looking book, and she was thrilled to, have a slab book and have a 9/8 on it.
Now so she's one of us.
One of us. I got her a set where there was one of 1,000 and one of 500, the same cover. Just one had the different trade, or maybe there was trade dress on the front of the other one. But anyway, so that's kind of cool that for being a Swiftie, she's got a nice Taylor Swift slab book. So she's had it.
I've seen some of those before. Are those like officially licensed books from her, or is it just something that somebody does?
I don't think so. So, the cover is She Carries Bamboo. So, boo. Hey, let me tell you something. Don't boo her. That's my lovely wife. I love her. That's hers. I'm giving her her props. So she puts up with my hobby. She wants a Taylor Swift book. Well, damn it, I'm going to get her a Taylor Swift book. So I got no problem with that. I got a couple upgrades. I'm going to start with this book. It was time for me to upgrade, and you'll see why. It was time for me to upgrade this. It was.
Ooh.
I had a really bad,
cool.
damaged copy of Adam #3. So there's a much better copy that I can live with. So happy with that.
So the ones that you upgraded, did you trade those in already?
Not yet. No. I'll trade it I'll put it in another stack to start with Damien. Last time I traded a stack to Damien, I got that great Strange Adventures with the creature fishing and pulling the man up. Yeah. So
That's such a great
cover.
Yeah.
for this one, the purple's really good on it. So great Chronos cover, and the other one I had was bad shape too. So I think the green one, I had this as RBS, really bad shape, and this was bad shape. So yeah, Taylor Swift does sound like a superhero, but you know what? My wife is my superhero, so I'm for there. Have a Golden Age book.
Ooh.
It's Mystery number 40.
Nice.
Nice.
So there we go. 1954. This is still a Golden Age book. So, yeah, so I'm happy to have that. And I also got House of Mystery 55, which happens to be the first Silver Age House of Mystery.
Oh, that's
That is
cool.
cool.
Yeah, so I got the first Silver Age House of Mystery 55. And if you see the books that have this is right of the same era with this prize contest as Showcase 4. The Showcase 4 has this. So, and we always call Showcase 4 the book that started the Silver Age. So this is considered the first Silver Age House of Mystery, and it's a chimp cover. You killed my master. He's making accusations there. The chimp is. So,
And that guy's like, holy shit, that chimp can talk.
Yeah.
yeah, he's writing. House of Mystery 104. I've got to guide this blind alien creature to his destination, or the Earth is doomed. There you go. I was a scene I made.
Earth is always doomed. You're not going to get over that.
I've seen parents use that on children before.
Yeah, we're doing it to ourselves now.
These covers are just so fun. Our hunt is over. We have that strange beast cornered. Our creature has decoyed the Earthlings right into our trap. Of course they do. So the lure of the decoy creature. So there you go. So,
those humans are packing some heat, though.
Yeah, 123. Here we go. They are packing some heat. Here we go. 125, House of Mystery. The beast is projecting a picture of itself, carrying off Charlie. Now it's coming for us. So look. So it's showing you what it's going to do to you. He's like, see that? See what I did to Charlie?
He's just taking it for a ride.
It's going to happen to you, buddy. Fantastic camera creature.
Yeah.
I mean, these are just weird things. That's great.
You're next,
I
bitch.
wonder if he gets HBO on that, too.
There you go. There you go. All right, this is House Mystery 126. The colors on this are fantastic. Oh no, the sacred totem spirits are transforming Jeff. Am I next?
That's so dumb.
Yes, look at that. So
Those colors are good, though. Oh,
look
my
at the
God.
colors of that, man.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
12% DC. Look at that. In my crazy quest to get House of Mystery done. Jesus Christ. And you're like, oh, this is nuts. Here we go. This is 137. The tunnel's nearly finished. Another few feet, and we'll shake hands with Eddie and his men. No, you're not.
Eddie and his men look a little different.
Yeah, Eddie and his men. Yeah, you're gonna be bird food or whatever the hell they are. So this was from the Mound City collection, which was another pedigree collection. There we go. So there we go. So that's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more House of Mystery off the ledger. Like I said, about 120 to go. Jesus. Oh, well. A really cool Army at War Kubrick cover.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that great? So
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, you know what? That's pretty cool. Kind of, and it looks like it's a takeoff of the Japanese rising sun flag a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really cool Kubrick cover. So I had to get that. I got one Tales of the Unexpected that I needed.
Oh, that's cool.
So I believe I need 90. I got 90 of these I need, but I got number one. That's a good start. And I've got 100. I got 99 up, I think. These Strange Adventures. This is just a really stupid fun cover. Number 237. The building, the skyscraper that came to life.
Yep.
Look, it's sprouted legs and it's walking.
I like the thing in the corner. Adam Strange, ray gun in the sky.
There you go. The case of the counterfeit humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Strange Adventures.
It is strange.
It is strange. So these Wonder Womans get me to the point where I'm like 197 up, I believe. So I was happy to get these two Wonder Womans to finish that, because then I think they finished at 329.
No mortal can survive my
Flaming Fist. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, Wonder Woman's got to deal with the Flaming Fist. 226 and 228. This was the Red Panzer was introduced.
That's nice.
Yeah, so we had that. And then the final one I got was a more modern book, but it was a fun variant I didn't have. Of the Gnort swimsuit edition.
Nice.
And the old Coppertone ad being parodied here. So
I'm with you, Crypto.
Crypto and Power Girl. Yep, exactly. Power Girl cuts a striking profile, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so that's it. Those are my back issues. And just for, who was it, Richard? There you go. That's for you.
Can I throw into how proud of us I am that none of us succumbed to the biggest FOMO book of
Battle Beast
of the week? Really, the biggest FOMO book for the come along in the longest time. Battle Beast. Every time, like every other time I go on Facebook, it's some comic group post of, oh, I got this many issues. Oh, I got this ratio for Battle Beast. I got this. Oh, if you feel them, the weight of the weight of the books, you could tell which one is which. And one guy's like, oh, I got the 1 in 1,000 ratio. And you're like, yeah.
I don't even know what. Boo, that's okay. I don't even know what Battle Beast is. So
it's
part of the Invincible universe.
Yeah, but like one guy has posted, oh, I got I got the 1 in 1,000 variant, and somebody was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Posting the cover, and somebody said, well, how many did you have to open up to get that? He said 130. I'm like, all right, so even if you bought that at cover price, I did not know that.
Wow, did not know that, Pam. Look at Pam bringing some knowledge here. Nice.
I'm gonna be Googling.
Thanks, Pam.
But he's like 130. I'm like, so even if you paid cover price for it, that's like over $500. So you could get the 1 in 1,000 ratio variant for a book that nobody's going to give a shit about in a week or two.
Oh, I got one better for you, because obviously I'm posting on TikTok too all the time. And I'll scroll through some of the other creator stuff just to see what they're doing. This guy bought 100 issues of that Battle Beast, and he was trying to find, that 1 in 1,000.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he got 99 of the same cover. And he got 1 in 10.
Wow.
That's not.
There's like the main cover, and then there's different variant covers for that, and then there's the reprint of the Marvel team up with Invincible and Spider-Man where it's a foil, and there's the reprint of his first appearance in Invincible, and then like one of the ones like, oh, one of the rare ones you can get is Battle Beast issue 2. I'm like, okay, so you get to read it a month in advance, like just wait like 3 weeks, so I just I keep seeing these posts. I'm like, this is the biggest FOMO book that's come around in a long, long time. And these blind bag things where people are selling them on eBay and whatnot, and then in the stores, and people buying stacks of them. Like, I mean, whatever, it's your money, but these people that are chasing these ratio variants, unless you unload it quick, you're going to be sinking a lot of money into something that nobody's going to care about.
Right. All right. Well, I would say that one wraps it up for today. Stick around, everybody, from Gary Showcase.
Showcase is short today. You don't have to stay long. It's only 12 issues.
Ooh,
Okay.
be easy.
Oh, it's not what I thought it was then.
Nope. It's not what you thought it was because you hadn't heard that I was selling this one. I just found out about this.
You just
Oh.
found out you were selling it?
I just found out I was going to sell it. I saw there's a hot book in there. So
Oh, wait, never
I know
mind.
what
I
it
do
is.
know what it is.
I know what it is too. All right, folks. Let's see you guys in about what? 30 seconds. It's Pokemon Fighters.
Crack.
Yeah. We'll keep
All
this one short and sweet then tonight. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us for Comics Unleashed. Thank you for taking a little bit of your time on a Saturday night to take a little bit of time to see what we bought this week. As always, Jamie, J-Dub, Sal the Slab Guy, Dan Kelly out there in the corner, and the legend, Uncle Gary himself. Stick around again. Like I said, we will be back here. Let me just get Uncle Gary up and center.
There you go.
Got a quick showcase today. Hang around. Just give it a few
Sal,
minutes.
boot her up.
All right, here we go.
All right. Thanks for showing up at the showcase today. Usually I show books from the collection that are, they're going to be here for a while. I'm showing some books that have gotten their walking papers, that they're probably gone because they're going to get, where my other fellas at? It's just me now. This is a little disquieting.
Oh, we're here.
me.
We're here,
Okay.
but it's,
Okay.
We're all here.
So,
we're just
sometimes
hiding.
sometimes books need to go somewhere because there could be money involved. But what we're going to do is it's Earth X.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned it the other day. I didn't know you were selling the whole series. I know you just.
Oh, if you to get that one issue, you got to buy the whole thing.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm probably going to throw in all the other Earth X ancillary titles that go with it.
Universe X.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all that stuff's going to go. You're going to have to get them all. So anyway, that's really great Alex Ross cover on number 1. So this was kind of like, I think, in their version of Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
So there's Earth X number 2. So, you can't go wrong with Ross covers anyway.
Well, he helped create this series, right?
Yes.
It was him and Kruger.
Yes, I believe so. Mm-hmm. There's number 4. So the covers are all great. Though Ross wasn't doing the interiors.
Wasn't Kruger on Justice as well?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
And on Invaders, Avengers.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there were some one shots too. I remember the Spider-Man one had to be recalled because it had that thing the editor snuck in about Mark Grunwald on the spines of the books in one panel.
Don't remember. I don't even remember that at all. Wow. What was it? An insult to him?
Yeah, it's because he didn't like him, and it was something where if you read like the spines of the books on this bookcase, it said, "Ha ha, Mark Grunwald's fired." I think it was Mark Grunwald. Someone was like, "Ha ha, he's fired. He was such a bastard," and they caught it. A fan caught it, or a retailer caught it after it initially went out, and they recalled it and pulped them. But there were still some that stayed out in the world.
Did that guy lose his job?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have. Okay. Unprofessional. All right. There's number 5. Again, cool Ross cover.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6. All right. Halfway through. See how quick this is going? Here's number 7.
Nice.
Number 8. Yes.
I think you're right about that.
And that is a cool cover, though. Yeah, there was. And I've got a Wizard issue 0 or something in here, too. I mean, that I have in this stack of stuff that'll go. And then, God, this is a pretty trippy cover. I guess that's 9, I guess.
Okay.
10. Kind of looks like Rom a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a stormtrooper with a dog head in the background.
Yeah, it does. 10. And then here we go. We're getting through the one that's got all all the buzz. There's 11. And there she is, number 12.
Oh, yeah.
First shallow ball, Silver Surfer.
The only shallow ball Silver Surfer.
The only shallow ball Silver Surfer. And you know what? You know when the time to sell this is?
Right now.
Yeah.
Right
Now. So this is going bye-bye. Don't need it. I will turn this into an old book. So yeah. So I think the shop has a graded 9.8 copy that's going for a pretty penny. And I'm like, what? Let me go. I know I got that book.
So yeah, what you do is sell it now, take the money, buy something else, wait a year, and then go back and rebuy those somewhere else.
I'm not going to need to rebuy them. I'm okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
I look back through my collection. I have issues 1 through 10.
Oh no! Come on, Sal. What happened to the
I
other?
don't know.
Well,
Yeah, he's trying to fund that purchase. Yeah, Action Comics.
I remember I had a couple issues of that series. I don't even know if I still do. I had a couple of them.
if I sold all my books, I could get an Action one. Not prepared to make that sacrifice.
Well,
Not
the
yet.
Library
Huh?
of Comics would, the stable of books in it would shrink tremendously.
Mhm. Yeah. So, but it's not going to hurt me. I mean, I've been downsizing, and I'm selling. God, I think 670 books in the Ultimate line. I'm selling all the Ultimate Spider-Mans, all the Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Fantastic Four, and all that. So I will be selling that within 2 weeks. And the fellow I'm selling that to, I'm going to see if he, we'll probably throw that. We'll make a little side deal with that one too. So, so that's all right. Like I said, they'll turn into money. I'm going to Carolina in a few, next month to. So I'll be, using money for that, and then I'm still got a Baltimore fund that I'm building. So, yeah. So went with Damien today to meet with a fella that that collection may be purchased. There's some fun books in there. So,
All right.
yeah,
Very cool.
Yep, absolutely. So anyway, short and sweet today.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
once again, ladies and gentlemen, Jamie, J-Dub, Sal the Salad Guy, Dan Kellyard, and the man, the myth, the legend, Uncle Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in next one.